Hello there and welcome back to some more Gran Turismo 6. Today we'll continue on Let's Play. This is episode 95. In today's episode we're taking a look at the 24 minutes of Nurburgring. Now, we've tried unsuccessfully with a Tornado and a Prius because I'm not good enough to make those work. So we're going to have to go for something a little bit more sensible. So we are going to go to Volkswagen for the Scirocco GT24.
Oh, sorry.
Actual race car that did the 24
Yes,
hours.
actual Nurburgring race car. Because, yeah, the Tornado didn't work.
I mean,
It
was
has
fun.
a hard time driving.
It was fun,
The
right?
Prius it just doesn't have the straight line speed. It's almost there, but it's not quite.
I mean,
So-
the Prius also had to deal with McLaren F1 for a while.
That too. So we're going to try the Scirocco. Because I kind of need this to end because I want to finish this game tonight.
Can
And,
go
and I'm
one, you know,
acutely aware of the fact that we're going to be up until gone 1 o'clock if this keeps going on. So, doing just this race.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
there's
and your
another...
friendly F1 GTR's back.
It is here, but I'm not too worried about it. Right. In terms of making this end, what options are available to us?
Turbos!
That's a good option. I kind of want to refrain from the turbo. I don't want to shove too much power through this. 400 seems like a good amount. Okay, maybe 416. Or maybe 430. or maybe 500. No.
No, not 540.
Yeah, alright, everything else should be alright. Jesus, okay, we need more than that. I don't think this could do 211, but we'll give it a go. Slam this bitch. That won't end badly at all. Let's do this!
can be worse than what we tried earlier.
Yeah, this can't go any worse than it has been going. So the Tornado, I was off by 2 minutes. The Prius, which has turned out to be another cursed car, as I just remembered, because we tried it and it didn't work. The Prius got... It wasn't too far off, was it? It was only about 20 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Right, now we can do this. I've raised the ride height because I realised I made it squat, which was a bad idea.
Yes.
Taking your tuning thing from fucking Scirocco owners wasn't a good idea.
No.
You can't just slam it, it won't drive like good.
Do you know, the last time I saw a Scirocco on the internet, it was actually modified.
Naturally.
I remember it had like those horrible like 23-inch rims on it. It does feel like it's dragging on the ground less. It had like 23-inch rims on it, and it was like one of those where someone had like obviously crashed it. So they put like one of those giant car plasters on it. It looked terrible.
Fucking hate those stickers, dude.
Yeah. Anyways, the last time didn't go bad until I cocked up and got overtaken by the GTR, and then it went very bad. So basically the way this works is don't get overtaken.
Cool.
Who could have foreseen that coming? And also maybe my corner cutting techniques are not as quick as they used to be. A bit rusty on the old Gran Turismo cornering techniques. As much as people like to... Do you know, honestly, at least twice a week now I get some sort of comment on the Hotline Classic where it's like, oh, you're not sticking to track limits. Like, it's
Have you
just like,
seen...
why do you care? Like, A, why do you care? And also B, right, here's my logic. If every car does it, then it's fair.
No,
And it's
not.
far easier to just accept the fact that track limits are a suggestion than to actually go about like following them, because honestly, like I tried to in the original series and it's impossible.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Self-disqualify lap times because you went over the white lines? Like, no, I hate that shit. It's Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo's all about corner cutting. Even in GT7, it's all about corner cutting, as much as the game tries to stop you. Do you know, actually, that's one of my least favourite things about the new Forza. They've tied... Well, they try and have a penalty system, which automatically makes me hate it, because penalty system should not exist in single-player racing.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't work. You cannot actively tell me... Like, you'll have, like, collisions where you literally plough into the back of people and it'll be fine, and then you have, like... You'll push someone slightly wide on a corner and be like, avoidable contact, 2.5 seconds. Ooh, okay.
Wait, they did that in any photo?
Yep.
Oh
And then... So it'll do that. And then it'll... But they also have it for track limit violations. And the best bit is, and I don't understand why they've done this, they've tied the rules, damage, and rewind also the same thing for some reason. I don't really understand why, because everything else is a separate option, but that isn't.
So basically, if you
So I'm
do
having
too
to
much
play it without
like-
damage because I like having rewind on, because I'm sorry, Turn 10, but I'm not doing a 10-minute single-player race for me to make a mistake and lose. Like, oh, that's racing. Like, no, I'm sorry, I don't care. It's single-player. I'm not that into it.
Racing, but it's also a fucking video game.
Thing is, I wouldn't mind, right, if it like had a compelling single-player like GT games or either like Forza 1 or 2, right? Wouldn't care. But it's the fact that it's got janky ass AI, and also like you're forcing me to play it because obviously it has to be a live service. So you're forcing me to play it, and I'm sorry, once you're forcing me to play it, all ability for me to care goes out the window, because at that point, I'm not playing it because I want to, I'm playing it because it's a job. And I just want the shiny new car. So at that point,
Yeah.
I don't care.
That-
I did finally beat the single player of it the other day.
That's why I didn't even fucking brief for the reason.
It's alright. Like, I don't mind the game. I actually don't. I am one of a few people who do not hate Motorsport. I actually think there's some quite good stuff there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good game if you look at how it drives and shit. From
The
what I
skin
know.
of it's a good game.
But I think it's everything that's behind it. That's where you start looking. It's just the same thing. They fucked up. They did the car thing again. When it wasn't needed, they fucked up everything in how it plays.
The problem
But the
with
game
Forza Motorsport is they've pretended it's something it isn't. What they've pretended it is a reboot where graphics and car handling will be the absolute best it will be, and this is a built from the ground up. And it isn't.
Not that. It's
If
just
they were
not.
just honest about it and said, yeah, this is the new Forza Motorsport 8, it'd have been fine. But when you start talking about how amazing your graphics are, when the graphics aren't amazing, you're going to notice. I don't have a single solitary problem with the car models in that game. I don't. Like, oh, they're not built from the ground. Like, I don't care. Oh, the Evo's fine. I think someone's even pointed out, like, everyone is like, the front bumper on the Evo's wrong. Apparently it isn't. It's actually just an optional extra front bumper that was in Japan. Just no one's realised that. I have no issue with the car models in it. Even, oh, the Silvia S15's this and that. I don't care. I literally do not care.
Yeah.
It looks... Does it look like a Silvia? Yes. That's it. The fact that every single time I asked someone to point out what the issue with the S15 model was, and they'd produce a picture which does not show what the S15 model's issue is. There was a person like that in Fonda's server for ages. I remember they were constantly complaining against that. I was like, what is the issue with the S15 model? And they showed me it. And they put up this picture of like the Forza one, the Gran Turismo one, and then in between it was a real life one. But the real life one had like aftermarket bits on it, and I was just like, but you're not showing me what the issue is because that car has aftermarket parts. I can't tell.
I think it's.
Show me the exact car, and I will tell you. I know what's wrong with it now. It's very slightly out of proportion.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't care.
Yeah, my biggest problem with the S15 is like the winglets are supposed to meet the body on like the end, and it doesn't on the Forza model, and that just irritates
again,
me.
for me personally, don't care. But don't try to pretend you're building this from the ground up and then do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
That's the only issue. I don't care. I personally, really controversial. People who are like, oh, it's like the standard models in Gran Turismo. It's nothing like the standard models in Gran Turismo. The standard models in Gran Turismo are a million times worse than the S15 being slightly misshapen in Forza. It's just the fact that they pretend it's something it's not. That's the problem. And so they pretend. When you bring so much attention to your graphics, and you're like, the reason we've rebooted it is because we made our graphics so much better. And
they aren't better.
They're not really. Like, it looks fine, it looks great. The lighting's a bit wonky sometimes. It looks fantastic.
It looks fine.
Yeah, this is the problem though. They pretend, when they were doing this whole reboot thing, they pretended Forza 7 was dog shit, and it wasn't. Forza 7 was fantastic. I'm sorry, cry about it all you want, but objectively, outside a single player, Forza 7 was better than Forza 4. Objectively it was, there is no question. Everything about that game was better than Forza 4, apart from the single player content, which I will admit.
Single player
PS3's
content,
got-
a very large part of it.
PS3 got very angry there. Yeah, but no, I loved Forza 7. It's fantastic. The game didn't... Forza 7 wasn't dog shit. Forza 7 wasn't... Like, it didn't need a reboot. Really. Was there stuff you could change about it? Sure. Was there stuff you could criticise with Forza 7? Sure. But it didn't need a reboot. This could have been Forza 8 and should have been out 4 years ago and it'd been fine. But in fact, they waited 6 years and the game's not finished.
It doesn't feel like a 6-year improvement.
No.
It doesn't feel like a 1-year improvement, really.
It took 6 years.
Honestly, for me, personally, I'll be honest, it looks the same as 7. The tyre model's changed, I'll definitely give them that. The tyre model's improved, but the handling doesn't feel all that different. And as I said to you so I think the last time we did a VC, the handling is exactly the same as Forza 7, and I can tell you it's the same as Forza 7, because one of the very first events is like German sports salutes. I think it's like the 3rd event you do, right? And I chose the Mercedes C32, and the C32 in Forza 7 handles a bit wonky because it has an open differential, and it's exactly the same in Forza 8, and it handles just as wonky in that game. It's the same.
Yes.
Like, it's the same model, same physics, which is fine, but don't lie about it. And then you put... So then you do 20 tracks from launch, which is 4 less than Forza 5 had at launch.
And Forza 5 was criticised for having very lacking content.
Yeah. But the difference is, Forza 5 also had some... Forza 5 had some quite good tracks on it. I like Prague. I really like Prague. Prague's fantastic. Do you know what's not in Forza Motorsport? Prague.
Damn it.
So they've done this thing where I think the problem is they've tried to beat GT Sport, but GT Sport was trash. I don't want GT Sport on Xbox. I want Forza Motorsport on Xbox. I don't want you... Do you know what really irritates me about that game, right? Fake sponsors. There's fake sponsors all over the place. I hate fake sponsors. It pulls me out of it massively. Like, I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain Flows Oil is not a real company.
I've never heard of them.
So they plaster fake sponsors and stuff all over the game, which takes me out of it massively.
Yeah?
You get these fictional tracks, which they're fine, but they're not as good as something like Prague.
No, Prague was pretty tits.
Yeah, Prague was pretty tits. I really
Especially
liked
that
Prague.
last section. If you could like manage to keep momentum through it, it was so satisfying.
Forza's had a lot of misses with its tracks. Rio was terrible.
Rio was awful.
Dubai wasn't very good. I don't miss Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai's just nothing.
But Prague was nice. Get rid of Prague. So then you get... I forgot the name of the... There is one oval track, which I don't really see why you couldn't just license a NASCAR oval track. So there's that one. There's Hakone, which I actually like Hakone. I will give them Hakone.
It looks like a nice track, actually.
Hakone's beautiful. Like, the actual visuals of Hakone are beautiful. Like, with the blossom trees and everything.
Like, I don't give a shit about the visuals. It looks like a good track to race on.
Yeah, even, like, the actual track itself's quite nice. Hakone's good. What other ones have they got? They've got Grand Oak, which is sort of like a half oval. It's fine. And I swear there's another one, but I forgot what it looks like. But then they don't have the Nurburgring Nordschleife on launch, which is fine. But they have Nurburgring GP, which is weird. They brought back fucking Miami. I hate Miami.
I fucking hate Miami.
I fucking hate Miami. All my homies hate Miami. Miami sucks ass.
Fuck Miami. Fuck Miami.
And because there's only 20 tracks, you notice the ones that really stick out and suck ass. And guess what? That's definitely one of them. Indianapolis. I appreciate Indy 500 is important, but I hate the Indianapolis GP track. It's awful.
It's awful, yeah.
Especially
Honestly,
the modern
even as an
version
oval,
that like splits the half the oval up. It's horrendous. But like Miami is sinful.
Oh yes.
So, I mean, honestly, if you got me the track list, there's probably 10 tracks I like, 10 tracks... there's probably 10 tracks I like, 5 tracks I don't care about, and then 5 that I wish would drop dead.
Okay.
Alright, here's a really controversial one.
Yeah?
I don't think Kyle Arm is that good. It's fine.
I don't know.
I don't care for it. If we rated 6 years so we can get Kyle Army in the game, I don't care.
The IGCB article literally only lists Maple Valley as being a track that exists. Let's go.
I mean, they've got Maple Valley, which is important, but...
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be a Forza game without it. Forza Motorsport 6.
Yeah, well, we don't talk about 6.
6 was awful.
Yeah, I'll give you 6.
6 was just an absolute nothing game. You couldn't... Like, there was nothing compelling me to play 6.
Yeah.
And I bought a fucking Xbox One for that game. I played the story for an hour and I'm like, no, this is... No, I can't.
5 was better than 6.
I don't care about what the game is trying to make me do.
5's soundtrack went so hard. To be fair, the 6 soundtrack was very good as well, actually.
I didn't really pay it much attention, so
but this is what I mean, Turn
comment.
10 don't know anything, because I don't know if you remember this. Forza 5 and 6, they had like banger soundtracks. And then like 7 they replaced it with this like weird cock rock.
God, I hated Forza 7.
Which I tried to like and didn't.
I never could.
Turn 10 have like, this is what I don't understand though. Turn 10 act like Polyphony, where they've got this fucking dictator over them who tells them how the game should be, and it sucks. But they all just follow his instruction. But,
Yeah.
like, Turn 10 seems like an actual happy place to work, so who's dictating this shit?
No.
They probably do just look at GT Sport and go, wow, we want those sale figures, and it's like, just be your own thing.
Yeah.
You were so much better when it was just your own thing.
Forza was like...
Forza 1 was great.
It was. Forza 2 was great.
Yeah. Forza 3
Forza
was
3.
good. 4 was great.
Yeah.
5 didn't try to be Gran Turismo 6. You know.
6
So
was
what-
awful. But
6. Okay, right. The actual, like... 6 is a lot like Motorsport 8. The bones of it are very, very good.
yes.
It just
but
so
I don't
happens to
care
be the
about-
single player. You know, when they plug you into the suicide pods in Switzerland, they don't like kill you with drugs. They kill you with the Forza 6 career mode.
God, yeah. After
You
an
know.
hour, I was fucking... I was ready to quit, and I did. There was nothing compelling about that. About
Do you know,
that
the worst
single
bit is I
player.
scouted that out for an LP, and it'd be so fucking long.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think I could do that to myself though, because there's like about 15 events where, like, you know how I like to use a different car in every single like.
Yeah.
You can't do that in that game.
Oh, gosh.
There's about 7 events where you have to use the Lotus F1 car specifically. And it's like,
God.
So we are never getting a Forza 6 LP.
No.
I'm hoping I don't live long enough to do it, but let's not rule it out.
I mean, next one is the Forza 5 LP.
Azza will love it. Azza remembers how much fun we had during 3 and 4 when we started getting... 3 was quite... Actually, you know how earlier I was talking about, like, moments that made me want to really quit ever doing this?
I think I was out of, like, half of Forza 4 because we did our thing because COVID lockdown made us mad.
You take that far more seriously than I do.
What?
I was just being a spanner.
Yeah.
But
Whatever.
no. Yeah, whatever. Forza 4 was better than 3, but anyways, I do remember, if we're talking about things that made me really want to quit, doing the 24-hour race in this is like peak. But to be fair, not far behind it. I think there's... I can't remember the name of the event. I think it's like the North American, Europe and Asian tours on Forza 3. They were quite rough.
You put the fear of God back in me, mate.
There was...
Just remember that shit.
I do actually remember, I think halfway through that, I actually tore up. I had I had Forza 4 already scouted. And I tore up everything we had on Forza 4. Purely because I just didn't want to get in a situation like I was in that game.
Yep.
Because I couldn't do it. So, yeah, I did, like, purely tear up everything we had about that, because I just could not put myself through that again.
Now look at you.
I forgot how hot this PS3 gets, holy shit.
I mean, freezing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I mean, I don't get this whole, like, oh, we're in a, you know, what is it? What do they call it? Financial crisis. Cost of living crisis, that's it. That's the buzzword of 2023. We're in a cost of living crisis. Like, I don't know why they don't just, in all modern houses, just replace all radiators with fat PS3s.
God, yeah.
3 hours once that's on, fucking hell.
I could eat my neighbourhood with that.
No, 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 please, no, thank Fuck you.
I can do it with my PS3 because it doesn't like to pay the disc at times. It doesn't like to eject the disc either. Last time I tried it, I had to fucking open it live to get the disc out.
Jesus.
You don't imagine how strong the fucking magnet in the Blu-ray driver are?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because I did have to fucking touch those things to get it out. Because the thing is that discs got out of the motor thingy, so it thought it was out, but it wasn't.
Oh god, that reminds me. Like, When I sold the Yaris, I took the radio out. But, like, I forgot my fucking NWA CD in there, so I had to disassemble the fucking CD player to bring it out.
Sorry, I thought you almost said N-dubs for a second there.
No.
Chichi Strider! N-dubs! I used to like that song, that's the worst bit. No, to be fair, actually, that one's quite a tune. But every other N-dub song sucks. Ass.
Yeah.
Fucking Chalisa with a fag ash breath.
Actually, I think the first time I found out that about my my PS3 fat was with GT5 or 6.
Oh,
I played.
GT5.
I played it and then I pushed the button to eject, and I heard it do sound and then it didn't get out. Like,
Do you know, actually, I forgot about that. That's one thing I'm really looking forward to.
And the best part was when I pushed the button again and it just did the sound that there was no disc in, and I was like, bro.
What are you really looking forward to, Neil? Seeing your
I can-
PC take this?
As soon as this game's done, I can pack this PS3 away and never think about it again. I can't think of any other game I'd use it for.
Yeah,
Maybe
no, I-
F1 Championship Edition, but fucking hell, you'll probably be able to emulate that by the end of this year. So you probably can now, yeah.
I think PS3 is actually really good now.
Yeah, I think GT
Like,
can,
I did,
can be-
like, a couple months ago, I did a playthrough of GT5 on our PCSB, and it was alright.
Wait, you can play GT5 on it?
Yeah!
I know that GT6 is a bit of an ass, but I didn't know that.
Here's a bit, but
GTA 6 is a bit of an arse on fucking normal hardware.
Yeah.
So,
I might need to play PS3 because so you don't have to deal with my PS3 being ass. I think I might do that.
It would also use less. I'm pretty sure at this point, emulating a PS3 would use less power than running a PS3.
Yeah.
well, I mean, to be fair, you've seen my PC. My PC could probably generate power for a small town, so
I mean,
I don't know what. Like,
I think I did the math on this. I think like the original fat PS3 uses like 200 watts,
right.
like 200 watts per hour, whatever the fuck. Emulating beating the fuck out of my CPU and graphics card for GT5 was like less than 150 watts.
I have no
That's not
idea what
too
wattage this does.
I don't either. So
It's quite. It's a modern like pre-built, so it should be all right, I'd imagine.
I've got my like power supply is rated for 600 watts, but
I think
don't
this
think
is
I've
600, 650.
I don't think I've
somewhere
ever
around
touched half of that.
mine was rated for 850 when I wrote it.
It's like a CPU is like what 150 at most. A graphics card, like even a beefy one's like 200 at most.
I mean, depends. Intel CPUs can go pretty high depending on which one you have.
I can't even remember what's in. I think there's a. I can't remember if this is a 3080 or a 3070. I think it's 3080.
My Intel CPU doesn't. It's only 95 watts, and it's like
Yeah.
highest end 9th gen.
Knife Gen, yeah, Knife Gen was decent, I think.
Yeah.
It's when they went to the 10s and shit that it got bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't plan on upgrading it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm still thinking about it, but I don't plan to. Yeah, because money.
I can render a video in like highest quality, like quicker than the video would take to play. It's good enough.
Yeah,
I can do most.
that's a
most
pretty
thing
good
with
sign
my
of how
PC.
good your thing is. To be fair.
Most thing I
1080p, 60 FPS, like good bit rate. It still shoots it out quite quickly.
Like, I don't think that there is that many game I can't run decent at least. And the one I can't, I don't give a shit most of the time. So yeah. Like, I can run your truck, That's good enough for me. Thanks.
I mean, I think Euro Truck's more core limited than anything else.
Yeah. It's not like the
It's not
graphics
old.
on it, are like.
No, it's just really old, that's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, they are improving that soon, TM, apparently.
Fucking
What?
fuck's sake, if I lose this, I'm not doing this anymore.
150 is supposed to have new engines. A new engine.
You got this, man.
You got it, yeah.
Have I? He's pulling away massively.
You can do the YOLO on the last bit.
Yeah, YOLO only works if you've got so much more speed than he has.
Nah, I believe.
I mean, worst case, if you don't, we'll do it another time. You
No.
know you can.
I can't do this again, honestly, I can't.
I'll just get the fucking B-Spec driver to, like, get a race car in and do that.
Come on. Fucking thing.
No, he's gone.
Last chance.
Yeah. He's already across the line.
Damn.
Fuck's sake.
We'll do that one in B-Spec.
Do you know, genuinely, for the first time in Let's Play history, I'm beat. I'm willing to admit that. I don't care. I've had enough. I'm not driving that track ever again in this game. I am quite happy to be third place. I will do this in B-Spec later. I am sorry, I can't put myself through this again.
You say
the
this is
first
the first
time.
No.
Ever, I am officially beaten by something. I can't. I just don't want to. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again.
This isn't the first time you've done this, don't worry.
I think it is.
No, I don't think so. I think one of the appearances in GT5, you just, like...
Did it? Did I do that on one of the... No, that rings a bell now that you say it.
Yeah. We'll just do it in post, fuck it.
I just can't. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
can't. I physically cannot do that again.
You tried, you could learn.
Actually, you know what? I'll make this better. 2 seconds. Not for us, for the audience. Oh. Yay! At least we got a car.
Hey!
Woo! Mercedes Brilliant Silver. Interesting. Marlboro White. Are you allowed to get away with that?
Yeah, go.
Orange, obviously.
See, I would have said that champagne gold, but yeah, orange.
Right. Yes. Hooray, car, woo. Right. You will see us again in 2 seconds. I don't care if I even don't get paid for that.
God, it was painful.
But I do! Ugh.
At least you got some of the money back, I guess.
Schadenfreude.
Not Schadenfreude, we're not laughing.
Schadenfreude. Ugh.
God,
Well,
that was...
thankfully, that's the Nurburgring done with forever. Thank you all very much for watching. Join us next time. We're going to take a look at the Spa-Francorchamps, a 24-minute challenge. Until then, farewell.